Hey, loves, pulling close. Let's talk about this comment from Kimberly in regards to uh, DT's feelings about medications and getting a handle on the cost of these medications and increasing accessibility for people who need them. Um, she says, I have to imagine Trump would feel the same as he was the one who implemented the $35 insulin cap. All right, let's pause. This is not accurate. It's actually misinformation. So let's delve into it. So stay with me. Okay, the truth is that President Trump, um, in a post on social media, claimed that President Biden had nothing to do with the cap on insulin. And that is absolutely inaccurate and misinformation. So let's get some clarity around what is the truth around how we got a cap on insulin. In 2020, the Trump administration established what was a voluntary, meaning that the insurance companies could voluntarily do this, that they could voluntarily, with a time limited model, meaning it was not permanent, under the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Innovation, known as Part D, which is the senior savings model, okay, for healthcare in this country, that participating, that's a key word, Medicare Part D prescription drug plans covered at least one of each type of dosage form and type of insulin at no more than $35 per month. The model was only to be in effect from 2021 through 2023, and less than half of all Part D plans chose to participate in it each year. So, in simple terms, it was voluntarily on the insurance companies to do this for people. And B, it was not a permanent measure to make sure that people could have access to insulin, which is a life-saving medication when you have diabetes. All right. In 2022, President Biden signed into law, means this is permanent, the Inflation Reduction Act. And in that act, it included a provision that requires all Part D plans to charge no more than $35 per month for all covered insulin products. So that means that everybody would have access under the Inflation Reduction Act, which was put into law by President Biden, not Trump. Okay? And in case you're wondering, Part B and Part D of Medicare plans, all right, are that one covers the drug coverage, which is Part D. The other one covers medical care. Things like if you need an insulin pump, if you need home equipment, that's the part that covers that piece. Under President Biden's administration, when they put into law the Inflation Reduction Act, that is what gave people, ultimately everybody who needed insulin, the ability to buy it at no more than $35 a month, and all of the plans had to comply because of the law. This is not what Trump's plan did. It was temporary. It was voluntary on the parts of the insurance companies as to whether or not they wanted to do it or they didn't want to do it, and most of them chose not to do it, less than half. So I'm sharing this to say that if we are wondering, now that the election has happened, now that Trump is putting people in place to run Health and Human Services, which, just to tell you that these types of issues fall under the Division of Health and Human Services, where decisions are made around how people can afford, how people get access to, and whether or not companies are going to have to reduce prices, whether or not people are going to go up against big pharma, so that people like us who need medications for a chronic condition like obesity, those things are now in question. All right. So the reason they're in question is because under the new administration's policies, we have people who are saying that Vaccines are not necessary. We have his most recent um, suggestion for heading up the HHS and RFK Jr., who honestly just came out and said that he thinks that people basically just need to have prescriptions for gym memberships and they need to eat less and basically exercise more. And he does not think that Ozempic and Mounjaro are things that are necessary. So I'm going to let you think about that, let you do the math on what you think could potentially be at stake here now that we have this new administration who is not as progressive, who spreads a lot of misinformation, claims that they've done things that they really have not done and don't intend to do, that we should be concerned. And so Mike is right in his post to say that one, we need to be educated, we need to be talking about this stuff, and we need to be garnering our voices in order to get the things or maintain the things that we need, because they are most definitely in question at this point. So I hope that helps. Um, Hit me up in the comments. Tell me what your thoughts are. And just so you know that my space is a healthy discussion space. So if there's nasty comments coming in, they will not be tolerated. So anyway, I hope that you guys have an amazing day. I wish you joy. I wish you peace. And I wish you good health.